Hello, friends on YouTube. I am excited to live stream. It's been a while since I've done any live streaming, and just because I've been super busy. And yesterday I just had this itch to write an ESLint plugin. Let me share my screen here really quick, actually. And actually, I'm going to grab this URL and share it on Discord, which is the place that I'll be doing chatting and stuff. I ignore this, so don't even bother. Don't look at the YouTube chat. If you are joining the Zoom, please do keep yourself muted unless you have a relevant comment or question or something. Okay, cool. So yeah, the other day I was looking at my info page. I was making some changes and stuff. And this is just like, I send it to conferences and stuff when they want to have a bio and different stuff like that. So one thing I always kind of chuckle at, this is more like mostly tongue-in-cheek, sort of like, it sort of is, but I also can't be a little particular about how people write my name. And so yeah, there are just different ways that I'm okay with you writing my name, but otherwise I'm not okay with you writing my name. And so this is, it just kind of occurred to me that this is basically like an ESLint plugin that I could write and people could install, which please don't install this plugin. But as I was thinking about that, just jokingly, I realized, that'd be kind of a fun thing to live stream. So if you really want to learn this stuff, then I have that's interesting. Well, we'll look at our courses page. Here we go. Code transformation and linting with ASTs on front-end masters. You get 3.5 hours of Babel plugins and ESLint plugins and stuff, learning about ASTs. It's really cool. You can take a look at that if you want to actually learn this stuff. It's been a long time since I've done any ESLint stuff, so might be I might run into some issues and whatnot. But anyway, before we do any, like whenever I'm writing a plugin, the first place I go is astexplorer.net. I don't even bother creating a project locally or anything, just because we may, like in the process of writing, like this is the best development environment for writing a plugin. And in the process of writing it here, we may find that it's not something that we can do or want to do or whatever. So I always start here and I don't bother even creating a project. We are going to be doing JavaScript. Where is JavaScript? There it is. Okay. And we're going to use ESLint. And I can't remember. We don't want to use the Babel ESLint parser. Whoa. I don't know if you could see what I saw. Ouch. I got a bruise on my elbow. I think they use Esprima. Now I can't remember. ESLint parser. I can't, there's so many parsers. There's a TypeScript ESLint parser. Maybe it'll tell me what's the default parser. Esprima. Esprit. Looks like maybe that's the one. Or maybe they're just showing you how to make a custom one. Probably doesn't matter too much. Yeah, default Esprit. That's what I thought. Okay. They all sound the same. Esprima, Esprit, and then there was another one that similar. Anyway, here we go. We've got our parser. Now all I need is some example code of stuff that's correct and incorrect. Oops, incorrect. And I'm thinking that we should check. Let's just start with strings and then we can expand from there. So here we'll say strings, here, let's see, one, it doesn't really matter, or we can give it an actual useful title. So first name, Kent is fine. First and middle, Kent C is fine. Last, Dodds is fine. Oops. And full, Kent C Dodds. I think those are all of the things. Yep. And then incorrect. You know what? I'll just copy and paste this so I don't have to think about it. So this would be no middle, This is misspelled last. Oops. And actually, well, yeah. And actually, we could do that as well. See, I don't want to just check for Dodd because they could be talking about Tim Dodd, the everyday astronaut, and I don't want to cause him issues. Let's see. There's also Ken. I don't think that I even have that on my list. So we should probably have something similar to these, except this is misspelled first. And first, and whoops. So this would be, and actually, you know what? I'll catch this, the lack of the dot on the C there. So I don't need that third one. And I also will catch the no middle there. So we can just assume that they got everything else correctly, except for the last name. So that makes that easier. Yeah, because everything else will be caught by the other rules. Okay, cool. Let's see. Well, now I'm wondering here, we won't actually catch those other ones because, okay, let's see. So with these rules right here, if I added another thing that was like Kent Dodd, I wouldn't catch that with what I've got here. So let's back up. We are going to need all of those. Okay, yeah. Okay, sweet. And then, yeah, Dobbs is another common one. Say Dobbs. Dobbs, yeah, 1. Well, this will be 1, 2, and 3. And missing the dot is another missing dot. Can't see Dodds. That is not okay. And this one was mostly a joke. I think somebody's made this mistake in speaking once, but it was like just a slip of the tongue. They didn't actually mean it, but it's funny anyway. So I am not a dog. There we go. And we'll add the C and the C without the dot. So we got to find every situation where somebody might spell my name or be trying to spell my name, and make sure we warn for each one of those. So, I mean, I give you 4 ways to spell my name correctly. You should be able to use at least one of those. Okay, cool. So now let's add transform with ESLint. Wow, V4. They just released the beta version of V8. So this needs to get updated. But I think V4 is the last time I wrote an ESLint plugin. And I don't think a lot has changed for the basic use case. So we're going to just push forward with this and hope that I don't get things wrong. So, okay. So what we're looking for is a string, and we just need to have like probably just a regex for each one of these cases, which means since we're going to be working on regex, I'm going to go to regexer, which is my favorite regex location, and we'll just look for, well, by the time my regex gets to it, it's going to be just a string of text. And so we can get rid of this. Let's see, we'll do new lines, sure, to separate each one of these. Wait, you know what? Heck with this. Let's get VS Code going somewhere. There we go. And we've got an extra apostrophe. Oh, you know what? Another one might be an apostrophe S, but that would be caught. Yeah, I think, well, I'd probably with my regex want to check for words on both sides. And so I'd split it by white spaces. And so an apostrophe S would not be caught with that. So let's add S is not possessive, can't see Dodds. And yeah, and that's not okay. Maybe I should add a correct apostrophe. Can't see Dodds. Somebody just said I made a mistake. You've not changed Dodd to Dobbs. Oops, did I? Yep, you're right. Thank you. Yep, very good. Okay, cool. And I think, did I copy that one over? Oh, actually, we're in my editor right now. There we go. And these strings could be in like contained in a bunch of other text. So other text, more text, and stick that in there. Okay, so now what we're looking for, whoops, is, let's see. So I need a regex that is going to find,
You forgot to add the correct apostrophe. The correct one with the apostrophe.
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna do these two separately. I'm gonna find the incorrect stuff first, and then I'll work backward and add the correct stuff. Yeah, may as well just stick it all in here though. Good point. So we'll do this. Other text. Oh, yeah, okay. That's right. More other text. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, so we want to find, let's see. I think we're going to need a pretty fancy, and it may not be just one regex. We may have an array of correct and incorrect sets of regexes. I think that would probably make the most sense. So maybe I'll make a regex for each one of these individually, and then see if there's a way to find these. You know what? Maybe instead of regex, let's just make it really easy and have just literally these strings. Yeah, let's do that. That's a lot easier.
I was actually about to suggest that.
Yeah, good suggestion. That's way easier. Okay, cool. So with that now, let's grab my handy dandy editor.
You probably also want to handle like lowercasing too. So probably lowercase all the strings and then the input too.
Yep, good point. Okay, so here are our correct. Let's, whoops, lowercase. They're all lower. And now, really got to get rid of all that so we can do what we want to here. Okay, so this is going to be, I guess, an array of strings, and we want simple literals to handle some of those apostrophes. Okay, and this will be our incorrect and our correct. Okay, sweet. I'm gonna stick those right here. And then we're going to do not use template literals. Just kidding. That is just fine. Okay, we need to find a good way to find strings. And so here we have template elements. I don't think I need to go so far as to handle like stuff like this. I mean, we could do that. I think there may even be a way to, at least with Babel, there's a way to evaluate a value, and it will try and evaluate it and give you like a confidence level and stuff. I don't know if there's something like that for ESLint, but I mean, this is just for fun, and I don't want to spend like countless hours working on this. I have kind of time boxed myself to an hour. So we may not actually end up publishing this, which would be a total travesty, of course. But yeah, so we're looking for template literals and literals. Interesting. It's not like a string literal, it's just a literal, huh? Is there any other type of literal, I wonder? But yeah, so we're looking for a raw value, or yeah, the literal value and a template element value.raw, I guess. What's cooked supposed to mean? Maybe that does do. Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea what cooked is supposed to mean, but I don't really care that much. So yeah, sweet. So we're just looking for template elements value.raw. All right, sweet. Start with template literal, and we'll say, yeah, node value raw. And let's do is incorrect string, and then incorrect. You know what? I don't think I even need the correct array. Occurs to me. Because all I care about is if they get it incorrect. We're not going to reward them for getting it correct. I mean, we could, but I don't know how you reward somebody for getting an ESLint rule correct. There doesn't seem to be an API for that. So yeah, let's see. We'll find some string includes one of those incorrect examples. P.parse is not a function. That is concerning. We may end up having to ditch AST Explorer because it's using an old version of things. Oh, now that's interesting. It switched my parser to Babel ESLint when I switched to transform. I wonder if I can switch back to Esprima. Yeah, P.parse is not a function. That seems incorrect, or like a problem. Okay, well, actually, you know what? I wonder if I still have this. For one of my workshops, or for my AST's workshop, I was worried that the AST Explorer would die, would not work during the workshop. Yeah, I don't think I've got it in here. So, workshop. Yeah, there we go. So I, no, that's AST graph. That was a different thing. No, rats. Yeah, I downloaded it and made a like a locally running version of it, which we could use if I had a copy of that. But it looks like I just did that for an AST visualizer app that I also wanted to show a demo of, which is a total bummer. I didn't do that for AST Explorer. I didn't save it somewhere. I know that I'm pretty sure I saved it on my computer in like my home directory or something, but I think that was a different computer. So bummer. Okay, well, we'll see how far we can get. Well, actually, we're stuck. We got as far as we could. So we're moving on into a actual plugin. So let's look at our final. We have our no console. Probably this one is fine. Cool. And then let me look at the test. Yeah, so we're using the rule tester here too. Sweet. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started on creating a project for this. We're going to go to my home directory. And normally I would use my KCD OSS generator to just create a project for me. But I actually, that uses KCD scripts, and that uses an old version of Husky that's very different. It also uses Babel and Rollup, but I'm at the point where I'm like, let's just use ESBuild for all of the things. So I need to update KCD scripts for both of those. Yeah, and I don't want to bother doing that right now. So we're going to, and also I need to learn what that would look like. And so we're going to do all the tooling from scratch. which will make it kind of interesting too. So let's make a directory called ESLint plugin Kent seed odds, npm init, all that, and let's vim the package JSON to change this to version 0 and npm publish, so that none of you, oh man, I'm not logged in. Nobody take it. I gotta type my ridiculously long 1Password password. I should probably make it shorter. And whoops, what the devil? You gotta be joking, come on. Okay, great. If somebody stole that name, I will be really sad. Okay, good. We have now officially published it, and nobody can steal it from me. I'm also going to log out. There we go. See, I don't stay logged into NPM because I'm terrified of that like worm that can make its way through NPM modules and grab your credentials and republish all of your packages with itself, and then everybody else gets infected. So I stay logged out of NPM, and that works because I do publishing through autonomously on GitHub Actions, which I realize does open me up to other problems potentially, but because it's all in GitHub Actions, I can actually lock down things pretty well. I don't even run CI for forks anymore, which is, thank you, GitHub Actions. That's awesome. Okay, so I don't think we do have a big problem, other than like if one of my contributors that does have access decides to go rogue and makes an update to a GitHub action that logs the token, then we'd be in big trouble. But I mean, you've got to trust somebody at some point, for goodness sake. Okay, anyway, let's open VS Code in this brand new directory. We'll go to our package JSON. Yeah, we'll just leave this as it is. Except we'll add as dev dependencies ESBuild, and oh, for goodness sake, this is why I have KCD scripts. I don't want to have to install all this garbage, but we are gonna, we'll go with very basic stuff. Yeah, we are gonna need ESLint and TypeScript. You know what? Let's not do TypeScript. We'll just live on the edge. In fact, we won't even do ESBuild. Let's just do straight up ESLint. And that's not a dev dependency. That's, well, yeah, it will be. It'll also be a peer dependency. Peer dependencies, ESLint. Oh, actually, what were you gonna do? Yeah, thanks, sure. We'll say greater than or equal to 4. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't see any reason why what I'm gonna write isn't gonna work for people using older versions of ESLint. I don't know, maybe it will. Okay, cool. And then I believe there's like a standard project setup for the way that ESLint plugins like to set up their project. In fact, there's probably a create ESLint package or create ESLint plugin. In fact, let's create ESLint plugin. No way. That's actually a big surprise. Developer guide. Oh, my kids forgot that I'm working. 1 second. And we're back. Okay. And Mikhail just sent generator ESLint. Nice. Of course. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's go for it. Let's do type KCD OSS. This is what I do for this. So we'll just swap that for ESLint. Yep. Yes, I am okay to proceed installing those packages and all transitive dependencies. Oh, wait, hold on a second. My bad. This needs to be generator ESLint. There we go. Yes, and I'm okay installing those packages. Yeah, Emmer, I noticed your comment here about using ESLint build. Yeah, like for libraries, the speed isn't a huge issue. It's in part, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's actually a good point. I'm looking forward to SWC, which is working on implementing TypeScript in Rust, and it's supposed to be like outrageously fast. And they are like, I think 80% of the TypeScript tests are passing right now, which is like, wow, that might actually work. So anyway, generate a rule or a plugin. I mean, a plugin of rules, but yeah, plugin. What is your name? My name's Kent. What's yours? What is a plugin ID? I don't know, Kent C. Dodds. Short description of this plugin. Custom rules for Kent. Custom ESLint rules. Yes, it does. One or more processors. I don't think so. Conflict. Overwrite. You know what? Sure, I'll copy paste that just in case. Yes. Nice. All right. Heck no, do I want you to change my license on me? Mocha, huh? All right, sure, whatever. Require index. What's that supposed to be for? Oh, it's for the test. All right, whatever. I don't care. Uh-huh. Yes, that makes sense. Okay, good. So rules. Yeah, spell Kent's name correctly. .js. Yep. Okay, that's what we're gonna call it. And we're gonna just come over. Actually, you know what? Let's do this thing again, and we can make a rule. That'll be nice. It can do the whole generation stuff for me. Okay. Okay, just noticed somebody was sent a chat into the meetup general. I have my own meetup channel because I do these meetups often enough to need one. So go to the KCD meetup channel instead. Where are you looking for some previous version of Esprima? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Sorry. Okay, what is your name? My name is Kent, and I plan to publish this in an ESLint plugin. What's the rule ID? Spell Kent's name correctly. This helps you spell Kent's name correctly. Short example of code that will fail. Oh, okay. Const no middle initial equals Kent C dots. There we go. No change. Sweet. Okay. And let's run those tests. All right. Sweet. We've got something. Well, that's fun. Code that will trigger a warning, or that won't trigger a warning. And then here's some code that will. Nice. Okay. All right, let's go over here to grab all of this stuff. And we can just stick it up there. And then we'll say create. Okay, and then they say, okay, so things are a little bit different with the API visitor functions. That's what we're looking for. Sure, you know what? They probably want us to do that there so that we don't allocate memory for rules that are disabled. So we'll stick the variables right there like it's telling us to. Helpers, this is a helper. And public, here's the public stuff. Okay, so we had template literal was one of the things. Excuse me. And that's going to take a node. And we're going to say if is incorrect node. Boy, it really, okay, sure, thanks. But we probably want value. I think it's, yeah, .raw. I think that was code for Babel plugin, but do they call these? Yeah, quasis. Oh yeah. We probably just want the template element actually, and then we can get the value. Yep. Template element value raw. There we go. Spell Kent's name correctly. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Marcos, I was not looking for some previous version of Esprima. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Well, that's nice. Thanks, autopilot. We'll save that. And yeah, we don't need the correct values. Okay, sweet. And then let's try for here. Yeah, this should actually, oh no, that's not a template literal. So let's look at our just plain old literals, I guess. Literal value. Yep, all right. Oh, that thing is amazing. We'll add a info that will show them how to do that. And I could probably be more helpful by saying you're missing the middle name or whatever. We could maybe add that later. Feels like not is correct would be more feasible. Yeah. Yeah, we could do it that way. We'd say, yeah, this is just for fun, but yeah. You know what, actually a really good naming structure, variable naming. Let's see if we can find it just from that. GitHub. Yes, this is the person, but where is the repo? Naming cheat sheet, there it is. I actually really like this naming thing, and I believe that Artem would say you are correct. Yeah, negation or not. Yeah, anyway, I'm not going to spend time looking at this. This is just for fun. We don't care. Okay, so let's figure out why that. Can we turn on watch mode? Okay, sweet. Spell Kent's name correctly. Yes. Okay, message. Oh, fatal parsing error. Constants. You gotta be joking. I mean, okay. Parse modern JavaScript, for crying out loud. Okay, should have one error, had 0. Now that is unexpected. I would definitely expect this to have errors. So let's console log the node value here. Man, you know what? I'll be honest. Jest is fast when you have lots of tests, but it is dead slow compared to Mocha when you don't have lots of tests. Like this is just, hi, boom, there it is. Like it. So Jest will show you that it took 4 milliseconds, but it takes like 3 seconds to do all of the other things that Jest does. So it's a shame, but I mean, Jest does a lot more for you than Mocha does. And so it's still worth it to me to just use Jest everywhere. But my goodness, I wish that it could be faster. Yeah, okay. So anyway, we are looking for, yeah, it says Kent Dodds is incorrect. Incorrect sum, string includes. Oh, right, we got to 2 lowercase it. 2 lowercase. Or actually, you know what? We don't need to do that. Let's just, well, yeah, sure, why not? And we'll do that here too, 2 lowercase. There we go. And now the error message is incorrect, so we can fix that pretty easily. The error message should be spell, and we're going to want to put this in that, spell Kent's name correctly. Info. And then type is a literal, or what if I don't care? Yeah, that's good. Yay. All right, so now let's just do the same thing for all of the different misspellings. So some cursor magic here. Code is var messed up. Yeah, whatever. X equals yo. And then dog. Yeah, and then we probably should handle, like, if it's in quotes, like Kent C. Dodds or something, but yeah. We've used up about all the time we're going to use on this. Okay, yeah, so that's the code. And then we'll have errors, message, all of that same stuff. Oh man, multiple cursors doesn't work well with GitHub Autopilot, which is a shame, but that's okay because I'm just going to copy this, and then we'll do this and that. Boom. And then, oh, rats, one other thing we need to do. And that is, okay. And then we can get rid of that nonsense and that, and Prettier will fix it and it will run and it works great. And let's just fix this. Yep, and we've got a problem here. What is this complaining about? Oh, it's identical to another. Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, you forgot to replace it. This was supposed to be DOFs with the B.
Sorry.
It was supposed to be with B.
Oh, yes. Yes, thank you. Whoopsies. So I missed, oh, wait a second. No, I'm confused still. What did I get wrong?
It was supposed to be DOB, I think.
Sorry, you're cutting out really bad, so I can't quite understand what you're saying.
It was supposed to be with B. DOPS, or DOP, I think. I'm not sure. You have the example in the other, the AST.
Oh, so wait, I've duplicated that.
Yeah.
But these other ones, oh, how did I duplicate all that? Well, okay, thanks ESLint plugin. And thanks Hammer for figuring that out for me. I don't know how that happened, but there we go. Do I have duplicates in here? Yeah, I do. Huh, well, that explains that. Yeah, okay. Think I got them all. Okay, cool. All right, well, there you go. We've got a ESLint rule to verify that at least within a string, you are not misspelling my name. It occurs to me that maybe I want to check the casing too, but I actually don't care that much. It's fine. Yeah, this is good enough. So let's go ahead and publish this sucker. Why not? And we'll do it like the old-fashioned way. You know what? No, we're not going to do it the old-fashioned way. I'm going to set up my regular CI stuff. So, but we'll do it like a really simple CI setup. So we'll do this manually. GitHub workflows release, or what do I call it? Validate. The duplicates were for the DOBs. Oh, there it is. Yes, somebody else commented that I forgot to update the B. Yep, okay. It's all coming together. Come back, come back. These should all be DOBs. Yep. Okay, there we go. Oops. I think I may have messed something up. Okay. Hold on a second. I'm all mixed up. Come back, come back. Right here. Yeah, okay. So I'm still missing something because I messed something up. But we've got DOBs right there and DOBs right here, and it's still not warning on can see DOBs is what we need. Well, there are like a bajillion permutations of this. Can see DOBs. Huh. Now that should definitely be catching. Oh, that's Kent. Yeah. Okay. Well, do I really care about the Ken version of the DOBs thing? I don't think so. We're just going to go with Kent. And yeah, there we go. Okay, sweet. Now moving on. Let's take a look at, yeah, thanks, Emmer, for trying to explain that. Okay, so I noticed somebody just, Gigi, hey there, asked in the meetup general. I don't know if she's watching right now, so maybe I'll just reply, but I'll share this so everybody can see. We'll have access to TS when it's released. So by the way, Gigi, the reason I'm answering you like this is, or what I mean is, I have a special KCD meetup channel. This is where we chat for my meetups, but I'll just answer you here. Access TS when it's released. If I purchase a current version, yes. Not sure how much, if anything, we'll charge for an upgrade, though. Keep in mind it's it's quite a ways out. Probably mid next year, maybe. Okay. So let's take a look at code match sorter. I always use match sorter. I don't know why. It's not even like my latest thing, but well, there we go. So we're gonna just grab the release. Well, let's just take it all. In GitHub workflows, validate. There it is. Sure, we'll just keep all this stuff. I don't really care. Validate. Sure, let's make a validate script. Why not? Validate. npm run lint and npm run test. And no, we're not going to do code coverage. yeah, I don't want to do that. Okay, node version 16. We can get rid of all this. Should probably update that repo. Okay, and okie dokie. We don't have the Husky thing. We don't need to bother with that. And yeah, we don't need a build. Okay, sweet. So all I need to do is generate the NPM token, and then we'll push this up, and we should have this published. Should be fun. Okay. Get init and get create. I'm using hub, and so I have some special git commands that I can use. Okay, we're gonna go up to that new repo right here. We're gonna go to our settings, and we're gonna move this over here so y'all can't see my token. Secrets, yes. Oh, thank you for grabbing that latest version for me. I probably should have just grabbed that from the generator repo, but yeah. Oh, well, it's fine. What I've got now is fine. Okay, and access tokens. Generate new token. And NPM token, there it is, add secret. Let's get rid of that from my clipboard history. Okay, and I think we're ready. I'm never sure whether the initial release is going to work. I think the generator starts at 1.0. Let's see. Or actually, you know what? The generator has something like, here, let's look at our package JSON here. Yeah, so we'll just update it to that. And add all, oh, whoop, close call. Node modules isn't in any git ignore. There we go. And there's also, here, let's see. Git attributes, which is always just a big pain if I forget it. So we'll just stick that in here as well. This is why I have a generator, so I don't have to do all this garbage. Well, okay, so we'll add all that, commit, feature, initial, release. Okay, and let's push. We'll see what happens. Enable, what? There we go. It shouldn't take too long. Yeah. Hold on a second. What is saying something about the version of the log file? Right, because it's an old version of NPM. Okay, and why is release saying it was skipped? Whoops. Oh, I did set the environment variable for the NPM token. That's what I was doing when it was off screen. Okay, so it's complaining because, whoops, whoops, my bad. ESLint plugin Kent seed odds. Sure. Sweat emoji. Why did that not work? I don't know. Fix thing. Yep, thank you. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, and that last one, how long did that take? 1 minute, or no, 28 seconds. So this is pretty quick. And release. Have y'all seen Father of the Bride? My wife and I watched that again. We've seen that so many times. We watched it again just the other day. And the main character, Steve Martin, gets in trouble with these dogs, and the owner tells the dogs release when he wants them to like go away. And Steve Martin can't remember what the command is, and it's really funny. Relent, recoil. And then at the end, when the dogs like chase him into the pool and he falls in, he yells release, and he finally figures it out. It's pretty funny. Okay, cool. So there it is. ESLint plugin Kent C. Dodds 1.0, where it will help you spell Kent C. Dodds correctly. All right, and we did that in less than an hour, which is exactly the amount of time that I wanted to spend working on this silly thing. Life is, it's important, you know, for you to do silly things sometimes, and this was definitely one of those silly things. So ESLint plugin Kent C. Dodds. I'm sure that I messed up some of the config. Yep. So there's no link to the repo, which is a shame, but we can fix that actually easily. Init Y again, and it will read that. And now it's added a bunch of stuff, directories. Huh, that's new. But sure. So there you go. Feel free to install here, commit, fix, update npm metadata. Then we'll get a 1.0.1. And I don't have to have npm logged in on my machine. So that's nice. Okay, anyway, now I can point to this repo and actually, oh, you know what? I should probably add some documentation. Okay, let's just do that really quick. So, Kent, yeah, Kent's name. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Let's say missing the C. This is missing the S. Not bees. Not bees. Missing the dot. And I am not a dog. There we go. And then correct first only is fine. Or actually, let's put those in quotes. Okay, so first only, and first and middle, full name, and last only. Those are fine. No options, when to use it, all the time, or when you plan on writing Kent's name in a string. There we go. Haha, now it's documented. Docs, add docs. And I feel like the README should probably have something in here too. Spell Kent's name correctly. Error. Haha. Okay, and let's see, supported rules. Oh, nice, thank you. Man, are you like, I've been working with Autopilot for about a month now, and holy cow, it's not always right, but it's most of the way right, and I don't mind editing. Oh, when to use it? when not to use it. Oh, when you do not plan on. Thank you. Okay. Anyway, we're good now. And actually, instead of docs, we're going to make this a fix so that it publishes those README changes. Okay, there we go. Spell Ken's name correctly. It cracks me up. Okay, fun stuff. Thanks for hanging out for this hour. Now I need to get to writing just a silly amount of content to update for my new website. We're getting close to the release and I cannot wait. So thanks for hanging out. This has been fun. I hope you have a marvelous day. And yeah, we'll see you all at a future time. If you want to join up in the next meetup and you want to be notified of when it happens, then go to the KCD Discord, or actually just like you can learn all about the meetups from kcd.im/meetup. Yes, Michal, I think adding it to the config might be a fun joke. It could be fun. Why not? Eventually, like maybe I'll add my own ESLint rules. There are some, like there's one in particular where I'm fine having an if statement on a single line, so long as that single line, sorry, let me say that differently. An if statement without curly braces, so long as it's on a single line. If it drops down to another line, then I want it to have curly braces. And I don't think that's possible with any other ESLint rules that I know of. And the other stipulation is if there is an else statement, that is also fine to be on a single line. But if either one of those needs to be on multiple lines, all of it needs braces. So that is a rule that I might write eventually and with an autofix, which would be nice. Yeah, anyway, so this is all that you need to know about meetups, and they're great, and you can start your own and you can participate. But to give you the TLDR, if you want to be notified of the next time I schedule a meetup, then go to the meetups channel in Discord, go to the follow me, scroll up to the top because I'm the first one who posted here because I made it. To be clear, Marco actually did a lot of work for meetups. I can't remember what we called it back then. Yeah, then I made some alterations. So huge shout out to Marco for all that Marco's done. But yeah, so you can come up here, raise your hand, and you'll be notified when I schedule meetups. And when meetups are scheduled, they'll show up in here. And so if you don't want to be notified of every meetup I schedule and start, then you could just come in here and be notified of when I start my office hours. So you could raise your hand here, or when I do one of my live streams, which is here, which just occurred to me that I probably should have kicked this off because this is technically a live stream. Whoops, sorry. So anyway, I'll hopefully not forget to do that in the future. And then we chat in here and it's fun. Okay, thanks for hanging out. Again, we'll see you all. Oh, you know what I just realized is I wasn't sharing my screen that whole time. Okay, I'll give you a quick rundown of that really fast. So here's the follow me channel. Scroll up to the top, click on the raise your hand to be notified whenever I schedule a meetup and start a meetup. If you don't want to be notified of every meetup that I schedule and start, but just like specific ones, then you can go to the upcoming meetup. And here's my office hours. Why don't you just raise your hand for that? Or my live stream thing, you raise your hand for that. And yeah, this is where we chat during my meetups. Okay, sorry about that. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you later. Goodbye.